Three simultaneous weather emergencies are about to collide across America. Over 100 million people are in the direct path. Are you one of them? Right now, at this very moment, a dangerous tornado outbreak is unfolding across the Ohio Valley. Simultaneously, a crippling winter storm is burying the Midwest under feet of snow, and lurking just offshore, a potential historic blizzard is taking aim at the East Coast. This could be the biggest winter storm of the season. In the next 30 seconds, I will reveal if your city is in the danger zone and exactly when these storms will hit your location. The severe weather threat happening right now is absolutely critical. Over 10 million Americans are currently at risk. This is not a drill. Tornadoes are possible at any moment. If you live in Louisville, Kentucky, your tornado risk begins at noon today and peaks between 1 p.m. and 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Indianapolis, Indiana, you face an elevated tornado threat starting at 12:30 p.m. lasting through 7 p.m. Cincinnati, Ohio, your dangerous window opens at 1 p.m. and continues until 8 p.m. tonight. Dayton, Ohio, the tornado threat arrives at 1:15 p.m. and remains critical until 7:30 p.m. Evansville, Indiana, you are in the highest risk zone from 12 p.m. through 6 p.m. today. But here is what the mainstream media is not telling you. The storm system has just taken a dangerous turn. The low-pressure center is slowing down. This is bad news. Really bad news. When low-pressure systems slow down, they pull more moisture northward. They drag warmer air further into dangerous territory. This creates the perfect environment for strong tornadoes. The Storm Prediction Center has issued a slight risk for severe weather, which covers over 3 million people. But that could be upgraded at any moment. Keep watching because I will show you the exact timing for every major city in just 90 seconds. Let me give you the brutal truth about what is happening right now. We have significant tornado parameter values lighting up across Kentucky, Illinois, and Indiana. These are the red and orange zones on meteorological models. These colors mean business. They indicate rotating thunderstorms. They signal the possibility of tornadoes touching down. The atmosphere is becoming increasingly unstable by the hour. Warm, humid air is surging northward ahead of the system. Temperatures are already in the 60s this morning across parts of Kentucky. In February, think about that for a moment. Cleveland, Ohio. You are under a marginal risk for severe weather today with damaging winds possible between 2 p.m. and 9 p.m. Canton, Ohio. Same story. Your severe weather window runs from 2:30 p.m. through 8:30 p.m. Clarksville, Tennessee. You are on the southern edge of the threat zone with possible thunderstorms from 11 a.m. through 5 p.m. Chicago, Illinois. You experienced some severe weather overnight, but the main threat has moved east. However, you need to stay alert because snow is coming tomorrow. Here is your reward for watching this far. I am going to tell you exactly which outdoor events in February are about to be impacted by this monster storm system. The Daytona 500 scheduled for February 16th in Daytona Beach, Florida, should be okay. You will see partly cloudy skies with temperatures in the mid-70s. The NBA All-Star Game in San Francisco on February 16th looks perfect with clear skies and temperatures around 58 degrees. But here is the problem. The St. Paul Winter Carnival in Minnesota, which runs through the first week of February, is getting slammed with heavy snow today and tomorrow. Visitors should expect 8 to 10 inches of fresh snow with wind gusts up to 35 miles per hour. The Winter Carnival in Madison, Wisconsin, happening February 6th through 9th, will see significant snowfall Friday night into Saturday morning. Expect 3 to 6 inches of wet, heavy snow. The Pinedale Winter Carnival in Wyoming from February 7th through 9th will be absolutely buried. They could see 12 to 18 inches of snow, but honestly, that is perfect for a winter carnival, right? The Winterfest in Lake Winnebago, Wisconsin, running through February 2nd, is experiencing blizzard conditions right now with visibility dropping below 1/4 mile at times. But wait, there is more, much more, because while all this is happening, a devastating winter storm is developing right now across the Midwest. Let me paint you a picture of what is about to unfold over the next 24 hours. Des Moines, Iowa. Heavy snow begins at 8 a.m. Thursday morning and continues through Friday afternoon. Total accumulation, 6 to 10 inches with wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour. Omaha, Nebraska, snow starts falling at 6 a.m. Thursday. By Friday morning, you could have 8 to 12 inches on the ground. Lincoln, Nebraska, expect heavy snow beginning at 7 a.m. Thursday lasting through Friday noon. Total snowfall, 6 to 9 inches. Grand Island, Nebraska, the snow arrives at 5 a.m. Thursday morning. You are looking at 10 to 14 inches with near blizzard conditions Thursday afternoon. Wind gusts could reach 45 miles per hour. North Platte, Nebraska, you are in the bullseye. Heavy snow begins at 4 a.m. Thursday and does not let up until Friday evening. We are talking about 12 to 18 inches of snow. Some isolated areas could see 20 inches. This is a crippling, life-threatening snowstorm. Let me be crystal clear about the timing for Wisconsin cities. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, light snow begins Friday morning at 6 a.m. By Friday afternoon, it transitions to moderate to heavy snow. Total accumulation by Saturday morning, 4 to 7 inches. Madison, Wisconsin, snow moves in Friday at 7 a.m. Friday evening brings the heaviest rates with 1 to 2 inches per hour possible. Total, 5 to 8 inches. Green Bay, Wisconsin, you get hit Friday afternoon starting at 2 p.m. Heavy snow continues through Saturday morning with 6 to 10 inches expected. Marquette, Michigan, in the Upper Peninsula, buckle up. You are about to get absolutely crushed. Snow begins Thursday evening at 8 p.m. It does not stop until Saturday afternoon. We are talking about 18 to 24 inches of heavy, wet snow. Some locations in the UP could see over 30 inches. This is the type of snow that collapses roofs, snaps power lines, and makes travel absolutely impossible. Do not go outside during the height of this storm. It is that dangerous. Now let me tell you about the outdoor events getting hammered by this winter storm. The Winter X Games in Aspen, Colorado, which ran January 23rd through 26th, dodged this bullet. But the Frostival in Fargo, North Dakota, running until February 8th, is dealing with extreme cold and wind chills. Temperatures will plummet to minus 15 degrees Fahrenheit with wind chills approaching minus 35 degrees. That is dangerously cold. Exposed skin can freeze in less than 10 minutes. The Cleveland Beer Fest, scheduled for February 21st and 22nd, needs to watch the potential blizzard situation very carefully. We will get to that in just a moment. Here is where things get really interesting. Are you ready for this? After the tornadoes, after the winter storm, we have a potential historic blizzard developing for the East Coast this weekend, and the forecast models are all over the place. Some models show a weak system that just brushes the coast. Other models show a bomb cyclone that could dump 2 feet of snow on major cities. This is the definition of a high-impact, low-confidence forecast. Let me break down what we know right now. Saturday evening, a weak area of low pressure develops across the deep south. Nothing too impressive at first, but then watch what happens. Cold air comes pouring out of Canada. Arctic air, the real deal. Temperatures drop rapidly across the northeast. At the same time, this southern system begins to interact with a disturbance moving across the Great Lakes. Energy begins to phase together. If, and this is a massive if these two systems perfectly align, we could be looking at a catastrophic blizzard. The GFS model, which is the global forecast system, has been consistently showing an intense coastal storm. It develops Sunday afternoon off the coast of Virginia. By Sunday night, it is a full-blown bomb cyclone with pressure dropping to 971 millibars. For reference, anything below 980 millibars is considered a very strong storm. The hurricane force winds, blizzard conditions, whiteout visibility, snowfall rates of 2 to 4 inches per hour. This model shows heavy snow from Virginia all the way to Maine. Let me give you city-by-city snowfall potential if the aggressive GFS model verifies. Richmond, Virginia, 12 to 18 inches with the snow starting Sunday at noon and ending Monday at 6 a.m. Washington, D.C., 18 to 24 inches starting Sunday at 10 a.m. and continuing through Monday noon. This would be a historic snowfall for the nation's capital. Baltimore, Maryland, 20 to 26 inches beginning Sunday at 9 a.m. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 24 to 30 inches with snow starting Sunday at 8 a.m. This could be the biggest snowfall in Philadelphia since the blizzard of 1996. New York City, 20 to 28 inches starting Sunday at 7 a.m. and lasting through Monday afternoon. This would cripple the city. Subways would shut down, airports would close, nothing would move. Boston, Massachusetts, 18 to 24 inches beginning Sunday at noon and continuing through Monday evening. Hartford, Connecticut, 22 to 28 inches starting Sunday at 10 a.m. Providence, Rhode Island, 20 to 26 inches beginning Sunday at 9 a.m. But here is the catch. The European model, which is often more accurate, shows a much weaker system. It keeps the storm further offshore. In this scenario, we would see much less snow, maybe only 3 to 6 inches for coastal areas, maybe only light snow for interior locations. So which model do we believe? That is the million-dollar question. Typically, we see model convergence as we get closer to the event. Right now, we are about 60 hours away from the potential storm. By tomorrow afternoon, we should have much better clarity. Let me tell you what I think is going to happen. And this is based on 30 years of following weather patterns. I think we will get a storm. I think it will be significant, but I do not think it will be quite as intense as the GFS model shows. I am forecasting a middle ground scenario, somewhere between the aggressive GFS and the conservative European model. Let me give you my personal forecast for major East Coast cities. Richmond, Virginia, I am forecasting 8 to 12 inches starting Sunday at 1 p.m. and ending Monday at 4 a.m. Washington, D.C., 10 to 16 inches beginning Sunday at 11 a.m. and lasting through Monday at 10 a.m. Baltimore, Maryland, 12 to 18 inches starting Sunday at 10 a.m. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 14 to 20 inches beginning Sunday at 9 a.m. and continuing through Monday noon. New York City, 12 to 18 inches starting Sunday at 8 a.m. Heaviest snow falls Sunday night with rates of 2 to 3 inches per hour possible. Boston, Massachusetts, 10 to 16 inches beginning Sunday at 1 p.m. Portland, Maine, 8 to 14 inches starting Sunday at 3 p.m. and lasting through Monday evening. Albany, New York, 10 to 16 inches beginning Sunday at 10 a.m. Syracuse, New York, 8 to 12 inches starting Sunday at 11 a.m. Scranton, Pennsylvania, 12 to 18 inches beginning Sunday at 9 a.m. Atlantic City, New Jersey, 14 to 20 inches starting Sunday at 10 a.m. This would be devastating for the shore communities. Now, what about outdoor events on the East Coast this weekend? The Chinese New Year Festival and Parade in San Francisco, with main events February 14th through 16th, looks great. Partly cloudy with temperatures in the upper 50s, San Francisco is on the west coast, far from this storm system. But the Valentine's Day romantic cruises scheduled for February 14th in cities like New York and Miami, that is a different story. New York cruises should be okay on Friday, but Sunday cruises would definitely be canceled due to the approaching blizzard. Miami cruises will be perfect with partly cloudy skies and temperatures around 78 degrees. The Cincy Beer Fest in Cincinnati on February 1st should have experienced cold temperatures in the low 30s but no precipitation. Looking back now, that event went off perfectly. The Michigan Tech Winter Carnival in Houghton, February 5th through 8th, was absolutely incredible. They received over 16 inches of fresh snow during the event. Perfect conditions for winter sports. Here is what you need to know about the timing of this potential East Coast blizzard. And pay close attention because this is critical information. If you live in Virginia Beach, Virginia, snow begins Sunday at 2 p.m. Heavy snow develops by Sunday evening with accumulations of 6 to 12 inches possible by Monday morning. Norfolk, Virginia, same timing. Snow starts at 2 p.m. Sunday, becomes heavy by evening. Total accumulation, 8 to 14 inches. Newport News, Virginia, snow arrives at 2:30 p.m. Sunday. Expect moderate to heavy snow Sunday night into Monday morning with 10 to 16 inches possible. Wilmington, Delaware, snow begins Sunday at 9 a.m., rapidly intensifies Sunday afternoon. By Sunday night, you could see snowfall rates of 3 inches per hour. Total accumulation by Monday afternoon, 16 to 22 inches. This would be absolutely crippling. Trenton, New Jersey, snow starts Sunday at 8:30 a.m. Heavy snow develops by Sunday afternoon and continues through Monday morning. Total, 14 to 20 inches. Newark, New Jersey, snow begins Sunday at 8 a.m. Heaviest snow falls Sunday evening through Monday morning. Total accumulation, 12 to 18 inches. Bridgeport, Connecticut, snow arrives Sunday at 9 a.m. Intensifies Sunday afternoon and evening. Total snowfall by Monday afternoon, 18 to 24 inches. New Haven, Connecticut, snow starts Sunday at 9:30 a.m. Heavy snow develops by afternoon. Total, 16 to 22 inches. Stamford, Connecticut, snow begins Sunday at 8:30 a.m. Expect very heavy snow Sunday night. Total accumulation, 14 to 20 inches. Paterson, New Jersey, snow starts Sunday at 8 a.m. Heavy bands move through Sunday afternoon and evening. Total, 12 to 18 inches. Jersey City, New Jersey, snow begins Sunday at 7:30 a.m. Heaviest snow, Sunday evening into Monday morning. Total 14 to 20 inches. Yonkers, New York. Snow arrives Sunday at 7:45 a.m. Very heavy snow Sunday night. Total accumulation 14 to 20 inches. Mount Vernon, New York. Snow starts Sunday at 7:30 a.m. Intense rates possible Sunday night. Total 12 to 18 inches. White Plains, New York. Snow begins Sunday at 8 a.m. Heavy snow Sunday afternoon through Monday morning. Total 10 to 16 inches. Poughkeepsie, New York. Snow arrives Sunday at 9 a.m. Moderate to heavy snow continues through Monday. Total 8 to 14 inches. Newburgh, New York. Snow starts Sunday at 9:30 a.m. Heavy snow develops Sunday afternoon. Total 10 to 14 inches. But do not think the Midwest is getting a break. Not at all. Let me give you detailed timing for more Midwest cities. Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Snow begins Thursday at 4 a.m. Heavy snow develops by midday Thursday. By Friday morning, you will have 6 to 10 inches on the ground. Wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour create near blizzard conditions. Sioux City, Iowa. Snow starts Thursday at 5 a.m. Moderate to heavy snow continues through Friday afternoon. Total accumulation 8 to 12 inches with significant drifting. Duluth, Minnesota. Snow arrives Thursday at 2 p.m. This transitions to heavy snow by Thursday evening and continues through Friday. Total 10 to 16 inches with wind gusts creating blizzard conditions. St. Cloud, Minnesota. Snow begins Thursday at 3 p.m. Heavy snow Thursday night into Friday. Total accumulation 8 to 14 inches. Rochester, Minnesota. Snow starts Thursday at 4 p.m. Heaviest snow falls Thursday night. Total 6 to 10 inches. Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Snow arrives Friday at 5 a.m. Heavy snow develops by Friday afternoon. Total 6 to 10 inches. La Crosse, Wisconsin. Snow begins Friday at 6 a.m. Moderate to heavy snow Friday afternoon and evening. Total accumulation 4 to 8 inches. Rockford, Illinois. Snow starts Friday at 8 a.m. Light to moderate snow continues through Friday afternoon. Total 2 to 5 inches. Peoria, Illinois. Snow arrives Friday at 9 a.m. Light snow through Friday evening. Total 1 to 3 inches. Now, let me tell you about smaller communities that are going to get absolutely hammered. Marquette, Michigan, we already talked about you. But let me emphasize this again. 18 to 24 inches of snow. Some spots could see 30 inches. This is historic. Iron Mountain, Michigan, you are looking at 16 to 22 inches starting Thursday evening. Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, 14 to 20 inches beginning Friday morning. Houghton, Michigan, 20 to 28 inches starting Thursday evening. This area could break snowfall records. Rhinelander, Wisconsin, 12 to 18 inches beginning Friday morning. Wausau, Wisconsin, 10 to 16 inches starting Friday afternoon. Stevens Point, Wisconsin, 8 to 14 inches beginning Friday evening. Marshfield, Wisconsin, 6 to 12 inches starting Friday night. These are significant, impactful snowfall amounts. Power outages are likely. Travel will be extremely dangerous or impossible during the height of the storm. Here is something really important that most weather forecasters are not telling you. The snow-to-liquid ratio for this system is going to be very high in some areas. What does that mean? It means the snow will be light and fluffy in certain regions, especially across northern Minnesota, northern Wisconsin, and the upper peninsula of Michigan. A 10-to-1 ratio is normal. That means 10 inches of snow melts down to 1 inch of liquid. But we could see 15-to-1 or even 20-to-1 ratios in some areas. Why does this matter? Because fluffy snow drifts much easier than heavy, wet snow. With wind gusts of 35 to 45 miles per hour, we could see snow drifts of 4 to 6 feet in open areas. Rural roads will become completely impassable. Even snowplows will have difficulty keeping up. This is the type of winter storm that people remember for decades. Let me give you specific timing for the severe weather threat that is ongoing right now. Bowling Green, Kentucky, your severe weather window opens at 11:30 a.m. today and closes at 5 p.m. Expect strong thunderstorms with damaging wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour. Isolated tornadoes are possible. Lexington, Kentucky, your threat window runs from noon through 6 p.m. today. The tornado risk is lower here than further west, but damaging winds and large hail are definitely possible. Columbus, Ohio, you are on the eastern edge of the severe weather threat. Your window runs from 2 p.m. through 8 p.m. today. Mostly elevated thunderstorms are expected, meaning they will be elevated off the ground in the atmosphere. This reduces the tornado risk, but large hail is still possible. Toledo, Ohio, you could see some elevated severe weather between 3 p.m. and 9 p.m. today. Strong wind gusts are the main concern. Fort Wayne, Indiana, your severe weather threat begins at 1 p.m. and continues until 7 p.m. Damaging winds and hail are possible. A tornado cannot be ruled out. South Bend, Indiana, you are further north where the air is cooler. Your severe weather risk is much lower. You might see some strong thunderstorms between 3 p.m. and 8 p.m., but the severe risk is minimal. Now let me give you forecasts for major cities across the entire United States for the next several days. Because this is not just about the storms. You need to know what your weather will be like whether you are in the danger zone or not. Los Angeles, California, February 19th. Partly cloudy, high 64 degrees, low 52 degrees. February 20th, mostly sunny, high 68 degrees, low 54 degrees. February 21st, sunny, high 71 degrees, low 56 degrees. San Francisco, California, February 19th, mostly cloudy, high 58 degrees, low 48 degrees. Light rain possible in the afternoon. February 20th, partly cloudy, high 60 degrees, low 50 degrees. February 21st, mostly sunny, high 62 degrees, low 52 degrees. San Diego, California, February 19th, sunny, high 68 degrees, low 54 degrees. February 20th, sunny, high 70 degrees, low 56 degrees. February 21st, mostly sunny, high 72 degrees, low 58 degrees. Phoenix, Arizona, February 19th, sunny, high 76 degrees, low 52 degrees. February 20th, sunny, high 78 degrees, low 54 degrees. February 21st, mostly sunny, high 80 degrees, low 56 degrees. Tucson, Arizona, February 19th, sunny, high 74 degrees, low 48 degrees. February 20th, sunny, high 76 degrees, low 50 degrees. February 21st, sunny, high 78 degrees, low 52 degrees. Las Vegas, Nevada, February 19th, partly cloudy, high 68 degrees, low 48 degrees. February 20th, mostly sunny, high 70 degrees, low 50 degrees. February 21st, sunny, high 72 degrees, low 52 degrees. Reno, Nevada, February 19th, partly cloudy, high 52 degrees, low 32 degrees. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 48 degrees, low 30 degrees. Light snow possible. February 21st, partly cloudy, high 50 degrees, low 32 degrees. Seattle, Washington, February 19th, mostly cloudy, high 48 degrees, low 40 degrees. Light rain. February 20th, rain likely, high 46 degrees, low 38 degrees. February 21st, mostly cloudy, high 48 degrees, low 40 degrees. Showers possible. Portland, Oregon, February 19th, mostly cloudy, high 52 degrees, low 42 degrees. Showers possible. February 20th, rain likely, high 50 degrees, low 40 degrees. February 21st, mostly cloudy, high 52 degrees, low 42 degrees. Boise, Idaho, February 19th, partly cloudy, high 46 degrees, low 30 degrees. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 42 degrees, low 28 degrees. Light snow possible. February 21st, partly cloudy, high 44 degrees, low 30 degrees. Salt Lake City, Utah, February 19th, partly cloudy, high 48 degrees, low 32 degrees. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 44 degrees, low 30 degrees. February 21st, partly cloudy, high 46 degrees, low 32 degrees. Denver, Colorado, February 19th, mostly sunny, high 54 degrees, low 32 degrees. February 20th, partly cloudy, high 52 degrees, low 30 degrees. February 21st, mostly sunny, high 56 degrees, low 34 degrees. Colorado Springs, Colorado, February 19th, mostly sunny, high 52 degrees, low 28 degrees. February 20th, partly cloudy, high 50 degrees, low 26 degrees. February 21st, mostly sunny, high 54 degrees, low 30 degrees. Albuquerque, New Mexico, February 19th, sunny, high 62 degrees, low 36 degrees. February 20th, mostly sunny, high 64 degrees, low 38 degrees. February 21st, sunny, high 66 degrees, low 40 degrees. Santa Fe, New Mexico, February 19th, mostly sunny, high 54 degrees, low 28 degrees. February 20th, partly cloudy, high 52 degrees, low 26 degrees. February 21st, mostly sunny, high 56 degrees, low 30 degrees. Billings, Montana, February 19th, partly cloudy, high 42 degrees, low 24 degrees. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 38 degrees, low 22 degrees, light snow possible. February 21st, partly cloudy, high 40 degrees, low 24 degrees. Missoula, Montana, February 19th, mostly cloudy, high 38 degrees, low 24 degrees. February 20th, cloudy, high 34 degrees, low 22 degrees. Snow likely 2 to 4 inches. February 21st, partly cloudy, high 36 degrees, low 24 degrees. Casper, Wyoming, February 19th, partly cloudy, high 44 degrees, low 26 degrees. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 40 degrees, low 24 degrees. February 21st, partly cloudy, high 42 degrees, low 26 degrees. Cheyenne, Wyoming, February 19th, mostly sunny, high 50 degrees, low 28 degrees. February 20th, partly cloudy, high 48 degrees, low 26 degrees. February 21st, mostly sunny, high 52 degrees, low 30 degrees. Now let me shift to the central United States. Kansas City, Missouri, February 19th, partly cloudy, high 58 degrees, low 42 degrees. Scattered thunderstorms possible in the afternoon. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 46 degrees, low 32 degrees. Windy with showers transitioning to light snow by evening. February 21st, partly cloudy, high 38 degrees, low 28 degrees. St. Louis, Missouri, February 19th, partly cloudy, high 62 degrees, low 46 degrees. Thunderstorms likely afternoon and evening. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 48 degrees, low 34 degrees. Showers transitioning to snow showers by evening. February 21st, partly cloudy, high 40 degrees, low 30 degrees. Wichita, Kansas, February 19th, partly cloudy, high 64 degrees, low 46 degrees. Isolated thunderstorms possible. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 52 degrees, low 36 degrees. Windy. February 21st, partly cloudy, high 44 degrees, low 32 degrees. Topeka, Kansas, February 19th, partly cloudy, high 60 degrees, low 44 degrees, scattered thunderstorms possible. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 48 degrees, low 34 degrees, windy with showers. February 21st, partly cloudy, high 40 degrees, low 30 degrees. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, February 19th, partly cloudy, high 68 degrees, low 50 degrees. Scattered thunderstorms possible late afternoon. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 56 degrees, low 40 degrees, windy. February 21st, partly cloudy, high 48 degrees, low 36 degrees. Tulsa, Oklahoma, February 19th, partly cloudy, high 66 degrees, low 48 degrees, thunderstorms possible. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 54 degrees, low 38 degrees. February 21st, partly cloudy, high 46 degrees, low 34 degrees. Dallas, Texas, February 19th, partly cloudy, high 72 degrees, low 54 degrees. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 64 degrees, low 48 degrees. February 21st, partly cloudy, high 58 degrees, low 44 degrees. Houston, Texas, February 19th, partly cloudy, high 76 degrees, low 62 degrees. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 72 degrees, low 58 degrees. February 21st, partly cloudy, high 68 degrees, low 54 degrees. San Antonio, Texas, February 19th, partly cloudy, high 78 degrees, low 58 degrees. February 20th, mostly sunny, high 74 degrees, low 56 degrees. February 21st, mostly sunny, high 70 degrees, low 54 degrees. Austin, Texas, February 19th, partly cloudy, high 76 degrees, low 56 degrees. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 70 degrees, low 54 degrees. February 21st, partly cloudy, high 66 degrees, low 52 degrees. El Paso, Texas, February 19th, sunny, high 72 degrees, low 48 degrees. February 20th, mostly sunny, high 74 degrees, low 50 degrees. February 21st, sunny, high 76 degrees, low 52 degrees. Amarillo, Texas, February 19th, partly cloudy, high 68 degrees, low 42 degrees. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 54 degrees, low 36 degrees. Windy. February 21st, partly cloudy, high 46 degrees, low 32 degrees. Memphis, Tennessee, February 19th, partly cloudy, high 68 degrees, low 52 degrees. Scattered thunderstorms possible afternoon and evening. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 56 degrees, low 40 degrees. February 21st, partly cloudy, high 48 degrees, low 36 degrees. Nashville, Tennessee, February 19th, mostly cloudy, high 66 degrees, low 50 degrees. Thunderstorms likely afternoon and evening. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 52 degrees, low 38 degrees. February 21st, partly cloudy, high 44 degrees, low 34 degrees. Little Rock, Arkansas, February 19th, partly cloudy, high 68 degrees, low 52 degrees. Scattered thunderstorms possible. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 56 degrees, low 40 degrees. February 21st, partly cloudy, high 48 degrees, low 36 degrees. Jackson, Mississippi, February 19th, partly cloudy, high 72 degrees, low 56 degrees. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 64 degrees, low 48 degrees. February 21st, partly cloudy, high 58 degrees, low 44 degrees. New Orleans, Louisiana, February 19th, partly cloudy, high 76 degrees, low 62 degrees. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 72 degrees, low 58 degrees. February 21st, partly cloudy, high 68 degrees, low 56 degrees. Baton Rouge, Louisiana, February 19th, partly cloudy, high 76 degrees, low 60 degrees. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 70 degrees, low 56 degrees. February 21st, partly cloudy, high 66 degrees, low 54 degrees. Atlanta, Georgia, February 19th, mostly cloudy, high 68 degrees, low 52 degrees. Showers possible. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 62 degrees, low 46 degrees. February 21st, partly cloudy, high 56 degrees, low 42 degrees. Birmingham, Alabama, February 19th, partly cloudy, high 70 degrees, low 54 degrees. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 64 degrees, low 48 degrees. February 21st, partly cloudy, high 58 degrees, low 44 degrees. Montgomery, Alabama, February 19th, partly cloudy, high 74 degrees, low 56 degrees. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 68 degrees, low 52 degrees. February 21st, partly cloudy, high 62 degrees, low 48 degrees. Mobile, Alabama, February 19th, partly cloudy, high 76 degrees, low 60 degrees. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 72 degrees, low 56 degrees. February 21st, partly cloudy, high 68 degrees, low 54 degrees. Jacksonville, Florida, February 19th, partly cloudy, high 76 degrees, low 58 degrees. February 20th, mostly sunny, high 74 degrees, low 56 degrees. February 21st, mostly sunny, high 72 degrees, low 54 degrees. Orlando, Florida, February 19th, partly cloudy, high 78 degrees, low 62 degrees. February 20th, mostly sunny, high 76 degrees, low 60 degrees. February 21st, mostly sunny, high 74 degrees, low 58 degrees. Tampa, Florida, February 19th, partly cloudy, high 78 degrees, low 64 degrees. February 20th, mostly sunny, high 76 degrees, low 62 degrees. February 21st, mostly sunny, high 74 degrees, low 60 degrees. Miami, Florida, February 19th, partly cloudy, high 80 degrees, low 70 degrees. February 20th, mostly sunny, high 78 degrees, low 68 degrees. February 21st, mostly sunny, high 76 degrees, low 66 degrees. Charleston, South Carolina, February 19th, mostly cloudy, high 68 degrees, low 52 degrees. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 64 degrees, low 48 degrees. February 21st, partly cloudy, high 58 degrees, low 44 degrees. Columbia, South Carolina, February 19th, mostly cloudy, high 68 degrees, low 50 degrees. Showers possible. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 62 degrees, low 44 degrees. February 21st, partly cloudy, high 56 degrees, low 40 degrees. Charlotte, North Carolina, February 19th, mostly cloudy, high 64 degrees, low 48 degrees. Showers possible. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 58 degrees, low 42 degrees. February 21st, mostly cloudy, high 52 degrees, low 38 degrees. Light snow or rain possible. Raleigh, North Carolina, February 19th, mostly cloudy, high 62 degrees, low 46 degrees. Showers possible. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 56 degrees, low 40 degrees. February 21st, mostly cloudy, high 50 degrees, low 36 degrees. Rain or snow possible. Greensboro, North Carolina, February 19th, mostly cloudy, high 60 degrees, low 44 degrees. Showers possible. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 54 degrees, low 38 degrees. February 21st, mostly cloudy, high 48 degrees, low 34 degrees. Light snow or rain possible. Asheville, North Carolina, February 19th, mostly cloudy, high 56 degrees, low 40 degrees. Showers possible. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 50 degrees, low 34 degrees. February 21st, mostly cloudy, high 44 degrees, low 30 degrees. Snow likely 2 to 4 inches. Now, the cities that are really going to see dramatic weather changes over the next several days: Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, February 19th, mostly cloudy, high 54 degrees, low 40 degrees. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 48 degrees, low 34 degrees. Rain likely. February 21st, cloudy, high 38 degrees, low 30 degrees. Rain changing to snow, 1 to 3 inches possible. Buffalo, New York, February 19th, mostly cloudy, high 46 degrees, low 34 degrees. February 20th, cloudy, high 40 degrees, low 32 degrees. Rain and snow mix. February 21st, cloudy, high 34 degrees, low 28 degrees. Snow likely 3 to 6 inches. Cleveland already covered, but let me add more detail. February 19th, partly cloudy, high 52 degrees, low 38 degrees. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 46 degrees, low 34 degrees. Showers likely. February 21st, cloudy, high 36 degrees, low 30 degrees. Rain changing to snow 2 to 5 inches. Detroit, Michigan, February 19th, partly cloudy, high 50 degrees, low 36 degrees. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 44 degrees, low 32 degrees. February 21st, cloudy, high 34 degrees, low 28 degrees. Snow likely 2 to 4 inches. Grand Rapids, Michigan, February 19th, partly cloudy, high 48 degrees, low 34 degrees. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 42 degrees, low 30 degrees. February 21st, cloudy, high 32 degrees, low 26 degrees. Snow likely 4 to 8 inches. Lansing, Michigan, February 19th, partly cloudy, high 48 degrees, low 34 degrees. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 42 degrees, low 30 degrees. February 21st, cloudy, high 32 degrees, low 26 degrees. Snow likely 3 to 6 inches. Minneapolis and St. Paul, Minnesota, February 19th. Partly cloudy, high 38 degrees, low 24 degrees. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 32 degrees, low 22 degrees. Light snow possible. February 21st, cloudy, high 28 degrees, low 20 degrees. Snow likely 1 to 3 inches. Fargo, North Dakota, February 19th. Partly cloudy, high 34 degrees, low 18 degrees. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 28 degrees, low 16 degrees. February 21st, cloudy, high 24 degrees, low 14 degrees. Light snow possible. Bismarck, North Dakota, February 19th, partly cloudy, high 36 degrees, low 20 degrees. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 30 degrees, low 18 degrees. February 21st, partly cloudy, high 26 degrees, low 16 degrees. Rapid City, South Dakota, February 19th. Partly cloudy, high 44 degrees, low 26 degrees. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 38 degrees, low 24 degrees. February 21st, partly cloudy, high 34 degrees, low 22 degrees. Now let me give you detailed forecasts for the entire East Coast because this is where the potential blizzard will hit. But first, let me give you forecasts for Thursday and Friday before the storm arrives. Portland, Maine, February 19th. Mostly cloudy, high 38 degrees, low 28 degrees. February 20th, cloudy, high 34 degrees, low 26 degrees. Light snow possible, 1 to 2 inches. February 21st, Cloudy, high 32 degrees, low 24 degrees. Snow developing 3 to 6 inches. Bangor, Maine, February 19th. Mostly cloudy, high 36 degrees, low 24 degrees. February 20th, cloudy, high 32 degrees, low 22 degrees. Light snow possible. February 21st, cloudy, high 28 degrees, low 20 degrees. Snow developing 2 to 5 inches. Augusta, Maine, February 19th, mostly cloudy, high 38 degrees, low 26 degrees. February 20th, cloudy, high 34 degrees, low 24 degrees. Light snow possible. February 21st, cloudy, high 30 degrees, low 22 degrees. Snow developing 4 to 7 inches. Concord, New Hampshire, February 19th, mostly cloudy, high 40 degrees, low 28 degrees. February 20th, cloudy, high 36 degrees, low 26 degrees. Light snow possible. February 21st, cloudy, high 32 degrees, low 24 degrees. Snow developing 5 to 9 inches. Manchester, New Hampshire, February 19th. Mostly cloudy, high 42 degrees, low 30 degrees. February 20th, cloudy, high 38 degrees, low 28 degrees. February 21st, cloudy, high 34 degrees, low 26 degrees. Snow developing 6 to 10 inches. Burlington, Vermont, February 19th. Mostly cloudy, high 38 degrees, low 26 degrees. February 20th, cloudy, high 34 degrees, low 24 degrees. Light snow possible 1 to 2 inches. February 21st. Cloudy, high 30 degrees, low 22 degrees. Snow developing 4 to 8 inches. Montpelier, Vermont, February 19th. Mostly cloudy, high 36 degrees, low 24 degrees. February 20th. Cloudy, high 32 degrees, low 22 degrees. Light snow possible. February 21st. Cloudy, high 28 degrees, low 20 degrees. Snow developing 5 to 9 inches. Worcester, Massachusetts, February 19th. Mostly cloudy, high 42 degrees, low 30 degrees. February 20th. Cloudy, high 38 degrees, low 28 degrees. February 21st. Cloudy, high 34 degrees, low 26 degrees. Snow developing 7 to 12 inches. Springfield, Massachusetts, February 19th. Mostly cloudy, high 44 degrees, low 32 degrees. February 20th, cloudy, high 40 degrees, low 30 degrees. February 21st, cloudy, high 36 degrees, low 28 degrees. Snow developing 8 to 14 inches. Boston already covered, but more detail for surrounding areas. Cambridge, Massachusetts, February 19th, mostly cloudy, high 44 degrees, low 32 degrees. February 20th, cloudy, high 40 degrees, low 30 degrees. February 21st, cloudy, high 36 degrees, low 28 degrees. Snow developing Sunday morning 10 to 16 inches possible. Lowell, Massachusetts, February 19th, mostly cloudy, high 42 degrees, low 30 degrees. February 20th, cloudy, high 38 degrees, low 28 degrees. February 21st, cloudy, high 34 degrees, low 26 degrees. Snow developing 9 to 14 inches. Now, let me tell you something really important that I have not mentioned yet. This potential East Coast blizzard could have devastating impacts that go far beyond just snow accumulation. We are talking about widespread power outages that could last for days. We are talking about trees snapping under the weight of heavy snow. We are talking about roofs collapsing. We are talking about people being stranded in their homes for 48 hours or more. If this storm tracks close to the coast like the GFS model shows, we could see sustained winds of 40 to 50 miles per hour with gusts up to 70 miles per hour. That is hurricane-force wind gusts. Combined with heavy snow, this creates true blizzard conditions. You will not be able to see more than a few feet in front of your face. Driving will be suicidal. Even walking outside will be dangerous. Emergency management officials are already preparing for the worst-case scenario. Salt trucks are being prepositioned. Snow plows are being fueled up. Emergency shelters are being opened. Hospitals are stocking up on supplies and fuel for backup generators. This is not an overreaction. This is smart preparedness for a potentially catastrophic weather event. But here is something else you need to understand. Even if the storm stays offshore and we only get 6 to 8 inches of snow instead of 2 feet, it will still be a significant winter storm. The impacts will still be serious. Schools will close, businesses will close, flights will be canceled, roads will be dangerous. This is February in the Northeast. We expect winter weather, but we do not expect a potential historic blizzard. So what should you do? If you live anywhere from Virginia to Maine, you need to start preparing right now. Do not wait until Saturday. Do not wait until Sunday morning when the snow is already falling. Go to the grocery store today or tomorrow. Stock up on non-perishable food. Get batteries. Get flashlights. Fill up your gas tank. Make sure you have any prescription medications you need. If you use a generator, make sure you have fuel and that it is in good working order. If you live in a rural area, consider stocking up on extra supplies. You might not be able to leave your house for several days if the worst-case scenario happens. If you have livestock or outdoor animals, make sure they are secure and have adequate food and water. Bring outdoor furniture inside or secure it. Heavy snow can crush lightweight furniture and trampolines. Now, what about cities further south that might see this storm? Wilmington, North Carolina, February 19th. Mostly cloudy, high 64 degrees. Low 48 degrees. Showers possible. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 58 degrees, low 42 degrees. February 21st, cloudy, high 48 degrees, low 36 degrees. Rain developing, possibly mixing with or changing to snow Sunday afternoon or evening, 1 to 3 inches of snow possible. Fayetteville, North Carolina, February 19th. Mostly cloudy, high 66 degrees, low 50 degrees. Showers possible. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 60 degrees, low 44 degrees. February 21st, cloudy, high 50 degrees, low 38 degrees. Rain likely, possibly mixing with snow. Roanoke, Virginia, February 19th, mostly cloudy, high 58 degrees, low 42 degrees. Showers possible. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 52 degrees, low 36 degrees. February 21st, cloudy, high 42 degrees, low 32 degrees. Rain changing to snow, 3 to 7 inches possible. Lynchburg, Virginia, February 19th, mostly cloudy, high 58 degrees, low 42 degrees. Showers possible. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 52 degrees, low 36 degrees. February 21st, cloudy, high 42 degrees, low 32 degrees. Rain changing to snow, 4 to 8 inches possible. Charlottesville, Virginia, February 19th, mostly cloudy, high 56 degrees, low 40 degrees. Showers possible. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 50 degrees, low 34 degrees. February 21st, cloudy, high 40 degrees, low 30 degrees. Rain changing to snow, 6 to 10 inches possible. Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, February 19th. Mostly cloudy, high 52 degrees, low 38 degrees. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 46 degrees, low 32 degrees. Showers possible. February 21st, cloudy, high 36 degrees, low 28 degrees. Rain changing to snow, 8 to 14 inches possible. Reading, Pennsylvania, February 19th. Mostly cloudy, high 50 degrees, low 36 degrees. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 44 degrees, low 30 degrees. February 21st, cloudy, high 34 degrees, low 26 degrees. Rain changing to snow, 10 to 16 inches possible. Allentown, Pennsylvania, February 19th, mostly cloudy, high 48 degrees, low 34 degrees. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 42 degrees, low 28 degrees. February 21st, cloudy, high 32 degrees, low 24 degrees. Snow developing, 12 to 18 inches possible. Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, February 19th. Mostly cloudy, high 48 degrees, low 34 degrees. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 42 degrees, low 28 degrees. February 21st, cloudy, high 32 degrees, low 24 degrees. Snow developing, 12 to 18 inches possible. Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, February 19th. Mostly cloudy, high 46 degrees, low 32 degrees. February 20th, mostly cloudy, high 40 degrees, low 26 degrees. February 21st, cloudy, high 30 degrees, low 22 degrees. Snow developing, 10 to 16 inches possible. Binghamton, New York, February 19th, mostly cloudy, high 44 degrees, low 30 degrees. February 20th, cloudy, high 38 degrees, low 26 degrees. February 21st, cloudy, high 30 degrees, low 22 degrees. Snow developing, 8 to 14 inches possible. Ithaca, New York, February 19th, mostly cloudy, high 44 degrees, low 30 degrees. February 20th, cloudy, high 38 degrees, low 26 degrees. February 21st, cloudy, high 30 degrees, low 22 degrees, snow developing 8 to 12 inches possible. Rochester, New York, February 19th, mostly cloudy, high 46 degrees, low 32 degrees. February 20th, cloudy, high 40 degrees, low 28 degrees. February 21st, cloudy, high 32 degrees, low 24 degrees. Snow likely, 6 to 10 inches possible. Now, what about the outdoor events happening during this potential blizzard? This is critical information if you have plans this weekend. Any outdoor event scheduled for Sunday or Monday along the East Coast from Virginia to Maine is at serious risk of cancellation or postponement. The Champs Sports Run Club Houston event on Saturday, February 22nd will be fine. Houston is far from this storm. Partly cloudy with temperatures in the mid-60s, the Houston Crawfish Kickoff Festival on Saturday, February 22nd will also be perfect weather, partly sunny with temperatures around 68 degrees. The Star Party at Memorial Park in Houston on Saturday, February 15th already happened with great weather. The 2025 Rodeo Uncorked event in Houston on Sunday, February 23rd will have partly cloudy skies and temperatures in the upper 60s. Houston is not affected by the East Coast storm, but if you have outdoor plans in the Northeast on Sunday or Monday, you need to make alternate plans right now. Do not wait. Any outdoor sporting events will be canceled. Any outdoor markets or festivals will be canceled. Any outdoor concerts will be canceled. This is not optional. When we have a potential historic blizzard, everything shuts down. Safety is the top priority. Let me give you one more piece of critical information. The timing of this storm is particularly bad because it happens on a weekend. That means people might try to travel despite the dangerous conditions. They might think they can make it to their destination before the storm hits. This is a deadly mistake. Do not travel on Sunday if you live in the potential impact zone. Cancel your plans. Stay home. It is not worth risking your life. If you absolutely must travel, do it on Saturday. Complete your travel by Saturday evening. Do not be on the roads Sunday. And definitely do not try to drive Monday morning thinking the storm is over. Road conditions will be horrendous for at least 24 hours after the snow stops falling. Plows need time to clear the roads. Salt needs time to work. Ice is a major hazard after heavy snow events. Comment below with your location and I will give you a specific forecast for your area. Are you in the tornado threat zone right now? Are you in the path of the winter storm? Are you in the potential blizzard zone? Let me know where you are and I will tell you exactly what to expect and when to expect it. Your safety is my top priority. Here is what is going to happen over the next few days. Today, Thursday, February 19th, we have the severe weather outbreak across the Ohio Valley. Tornadoes are possible through early evening. Simultaneously, heavy snow is developing across Nebraska and Iowa. Tonight, the snow spreads into Wisconsin and the upper peninsula of Michigan. By Friday morning, we have widespread heavy snow across the upper Midwest. The severe weather threat shifts slightly south into Kentucky and Tennessee. Friday afternoon and evening, the snow continues across the Great Lakes region. Heavy snow rates of 1 to 2 inches per hour are possible in the Upper Peninsula. By Friday night, the first winter storm begins to wind down across the Midwest. Light snow showers continue into Saturday morning. Saturday is a transition day. The Midwest storm moves east and weakens. But cold air begins pouring into the East Coast. Saturday night, energy begins to develop across the Deep South. Sunday morning, the potential East Coast storm begins to take shape. Rain breaks out across the Carolinas and Virginia. By Sunday afternoon, the storm is intensifying off the coast. Rain changes to snow from south to north. Sunday evening is when the storm reaches its peak intensity if the aggressive models verify. Heavy snow with blizzard conditions possible from Virginia to Massachusetts. Sunday night into Monday morning is the worst of the storm. Snowfall rates of 2 to 4 inches per hour possible in the heaviest bands. Winds gusting to 60 or 70 miles per hour. True blizzard conditions. Monday afternoon, the storm begins to pull away, but snow continues. By Monday evening, the storm is moving into Atlantic Canada and conditions improve across the United States. Tuesday, we begin the cleanup and recovery process, but temperatures remain very cold. Wednesday and beyond, we start to see temperatures moderate slightly. But winter is far from over. One more critical point. If you are planning outdoor activities for any February events I mentioned earlier, you need to check the weather forecast daily. Conditions can change. What looks good today might look terrible tomorrow. The Daytona 500 on February 16th should have good weather. The NBA All-Star events in San Francisco on February 15th and 16th should be perfect. Mardi Gras celebrations across the South will have generally good weather, though it might be a bit cool in some locations. The key takeaway from this entire forecast is that we have multiple significant weather events happening simultaneously across the United States. The severe weather threat today is real and dangerous. The winter storm across the Midwest is already causing major problems, and the potential East Coast blizzard could be historic. You need to take all of these threats seriously. You need to prepare now, not later. You need to have a plan. Do not be caught off guard. Do not assume the storm will miss you. Do not think you can wait until the last minute to prepare. Weather forecasting has improved dramatically over the past few decades, but we still cannot predict everything with perfect accuracy. The East Coast storm forecast has high uncertainty right now. It could be worse than forecasted. It could be less severe. We will know more in 24 hours, but you cannot wait 24 hours to start preparing. You need to act now. Share this forecast with your friends and family. Make sure everyone in your area knows about these dangerous weather events. Check on elderly neighbors. Make sure they have supplies and a way to stay warm if the power goes out. Check on anyone you know who might need extra help during severe weather. We are all in this together. We need to look out for each other. If you are attending any of the outdoor events I mentioned in February, arrive early and dress appropriately for the weather. Even if the forecast looks good, temperatures can be cooler than expected, especially in the evening. Bring layers, bring a jacket, bring a hat and gloves just in case. Better to have them and not need them than need them and not have them. For those of you in the severe weather threat zone right now, take shelter immediately if a warning is issued for your area. Do not wait. Do not go outside to look at the storm. Get to your safe place right away. Basements are best. Interior rooms on the lowest floor work too. Stay away from windows. Cover yourself with blankets or a mattress if possible. Have your phone with you so you can receive weather alerts. For those in the winter storm zone, limit travel to essential trips only. If you must drive, go slow, leave extra space between vehicles, and tell someone where you are going and when you expect to arrive. Keep an emergency kit in your car with blankets, food, water, flashlight, and a phone charger. Make sure your gas tank is full. Never let your gas tank get below half full during winter storms. For those in the potential blizzard zone, this is your warning. This is your chance to prepare. Do not ignore this forecast. Do not think it will not be that bad. It could be very, very bad. Historic even. Prepare for the worst and hope for the best. That is the smart approach to severe weather. Now, I want to hear from you. Where do you live? Are you concerned about these storms? What are you doing to prepare? Comment below and let me know. And do not forget to check back tomorrow for an updated forecast. We will have much better information about the potential East Coast blizzard by then. The weather models will have converged. We will know if this is really going to be a historic storm or just a moderate snowfall. Either way, I will break it all down for you with specific timing and snowfall amounts for your location. Let me give you detailed forecasts for additional major cities that I have not covered yet. These are important because millions of people live in these areas and they all need to know what weather is coming their way. Anchorage, Alaska, mostly cloudy, high 28 degrees, low 18 degrees, light snow possible. Honolulu, Hawaii, partly cloudy, high 82 degrees, low 72 degrees. Isolated showers possible. Fairbanks, Alaska, extremely cold with temperatures well below zero. Juneau, Alaska, cloudy with rain and snow mix possible. West Coast cities including Spokane, Tacoma, Eugene, Salem, and Bend. Mostly cloudy with rain or snow showers possible. Temperatures ranging from low 40s to mid 50s. California Central Valley including Fresno, Bakersfield, Sacramento, Stockton, and Modesto. Partly cloudy to mostly sunny with temperatures in the low to mid 60s. Now let me talk about some specialized weather concerns that go beyond just temperature and precipitation. Wind chill is a major factor during these winter storms. When you have temperatures in the 20s or teens combined with winds of 30 to 40 miles per hour, the wind chill can drop into the minus 10 to minus 20 degree range. At these temperatures, frostbite can occur on exposed skin in less than 30 minutes. If you must go outside during the storm, cover all exposed skin. Wear a hat, gloves, scarf, and insulated coat. Power outages are extremely likely during a major winter storm. Heavy, wet snow accumulating on power lines causes them to snap. Strong winds knock down trees and tree limbs onto power lines. Tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of people could lose power during this storm. Are you prepared to be without electricity for 24, 48, or 72 hours? Do you have flashlights and batteries? Do you have a way to heat your home? Do you have enough food that does not require cooking? Water pipes freezing and bursting is another major concern during extreme cold events. If you lose power and your heat goes out, your pipes can freeze in just a few hours when temperatures are below 20 degrees. To prevent this, keep cabinet doors open under sinks to allow warm air to circulate around pipes. Let faucets drip slightly to keep water moving through the pipes. Know where your main water shutoff valve is located so you can quickly shut off the water if a pipe bursts. Let me give you specific snowfall forecasts for more smaller cities and towns across the potential impact zone. Connecticut, including Danbury, Bristol, Norwich, and New London, 10 to 22 inches with mixing possible near coast. Massachusetts, including Pittsfield, Northampton, Brockton, New Bedford, and Fall River, 8 to 20 inches. New Hampshire, including Nashua, Dover, Portsmouth, and Rochester, 6 to 18 inches. Vermont, including Rutland, Brattleboro, Bennington, and Burlington, 10 to 20 inches. Maine communities, including Lewiston, Auburn, Biddeford, Sanford, and Waterville, 8 to 18 inches. New York Hudson Valley, including Kingston, Newburgh, and Middletown, 10 to 18 inches. Upstate New York, including Plattsburgh, Glens Falls, and Saratoga Springs, 6 to 14 inches. Pennsylvania, including Williamsport, State College, Altoona, and Erie, 3 to 14 inches. Delaware, including Dover, Milford, Lewis, and Rehoboth. Beach, 6 to 18 inches with coastal mixing. Maryland Eastern Shore, including Salisbury, Cambridge, and Ocean City, 6 to 20 inches. Maryland, including Frederick, Rockville, Silver Spring, and Annapolis, 12 to 24 inches. Virginia, including Winchester, Front Royal, Fredericksburg, Manassas, Leesburg, and Warrenton, 10 to 24 inches with highest amounts closer to Washington, D.C. Here is something really critical that a lot of people do not understand about blizzards. The official definition of a blizzard is not based on snowfall amount. It is based on visibility and wind. To be classified as a blizzard, you must have sustained winds or frequent gusts of at least 35 miles per hour and falling or blowing snow that reduces visibility to 1/4 mile or less for at least 3 hours. You can have a blizzard with only 2 inches of fresh snow if strong winds are blowing around existing snow. You can have 18 inches of snow and not have a blizzard if winds are light. The reason this matters is because blizzards are incredibly dangerous for a reason most people do not think about. It is the visibility, not the snow depth, that kills people. When you cannot see more than a few feet in front of you, you become disoriented. People have frozen to death just 50 feet from their house because they got disoriented in a blizzard and could not find their way back. Never, ever go outside during blizzard conditions unless it is a life or death emergency. If you must travel before this storm, understand that airlines will start canceling flights well in advance. Do not wait until Sunday morning to check your flight status. Check it Friday. Check it Saturday. Be prepared to change your plans. The major airports in the impact zone, including Boston Logan, New York JFK, New York LaGuardia, Newark, Philadelphia, Baltimore, Washington, and Reagan National could all shut down completely for 24 to 48 hours. If this storm is as bad as the aggressive models show, Amtrak service along the Northeast Corridor will also be severely impacted. Trains will be canceled or significantly delayed. If you absolutely must travel and cannot fly or drive, consider completing your travel on Saturday before the storm arrives. Do not try to travel Sunday or Monday. It is not worth the risk and hassle. You will likely end up stranded somewhere anyway. For those planning outdoor February events that I mentioned earlier, here are backup plans to consider. The World Championship Bar B Key Contest at NRG Park in Houston. February 27th through March 1st will have fantastic weather. Partly cloudy with high temperatures in the upper 60s to low 70s. Perfect for outdoor cooking and eating. The Daytona 500 on February 16th will have ideal racing conditions with partly cloudy skies and temperatures in the mid-70s. However, any outdoor winter sports events scheduled for Sunday or Monday in the Northeast should be preparing contingency plans right now. The timing of this potential blizzard could not be worse for winter carnivals. But for ski resorts, this storm would be a blessing. Fresh snow measured in feet, not inches. The problem is the resorts will have to close during the height of the storm because conditions will be too dangerous. High winds can damage chairlifts. Zero visibility makes skiing impossible. But by Tuesday or Wednesday, ski resorts across the Northeast could have some of the best conditions of the entire season. I want to emphasize one more time how critical it is that you take this forecast seriously. Comment below with your location. Tell me where you live. Tell me if you are worried about these storms. Tell me what you are doing to prepare. I want to hear from you. I want to make sure everyone watching this forecast understands the potential severity of what is coming. Are you in Louisville, Kentucky right now watching this? The tornado threat is happening as we speak. Are you ready? Do you have your safe place identified? Are you monitoring weather warnings? Are you in Des Moines, Iowa watching this? The snow is already falling or will be very soon. Have you stocked up on supplies? Is your snowblower ready to go? Are you in Washington, D.C. watching this? Are you prepared for the possibility of 2 feet of snow? Have you gone to the store? Do you have a plan? These are not rhetorical questions. These are real questions that need real answers. Your life could depend on your preparedness. Your family's lives could depend on it. This is not about being scared. This is about being smart. This is about taking reasonable precautions for a potentially dangerous situation, and that is exactly what these storms represent. They are potentially dangerous. The severe weather today could produce strong tornadoes. Strong tornadoes can level neighborhoods. They can destroy entire communities. The winter storm across the Midwest is already producing dangerous travel conditions and could leave hundreds of thousands without power. The potential East Coast blizzard could be historic. It could be the type of storm that we talk about for years, the blizzard of 2026. That is what we could be looking at. But even if the storm does not live up to the most aggressive forecasts, it will still be significant. It will still cause major problems. It will still be dangerous. So prepare for the worst-case scenario. If the storm ends up being less severe, great. You will have extra food and supplies on hand. No big deal. But if you do not prepare and the storm is as bad as it could be, you will be in serious trouble. Stay safe out there, stay prepared, stay informed, and I will see you in the next forecast with updated information on all of these storms. Make sure you comment your location below so I can give you a personalized forecast. Check back tomorrow for crucial updates on the East Coast blizzard potential. This is the type of weather situation that requires constant monitoring and updates. Do not just watch this one forecast and think you are done. Keep checking back. Keep monitoring conditions. Stay weather aware. Your life may depend on it.